very normal scale, I'd say, is notes underscore and F4. I should do it. And then you just... Oh, I did one error.
Oh, an error.
Oh. That's weird. Oh, it should be a space here.
Okay, now we're compiling the code and let's see if it works.
It's very easy to make like small mistakes here.
Now we're uploading and let's see what happens.
It's the last stage of uploading. See the notes may sound a lot higher, but it's actually just scale. So they have to. It's possible that it misses a bit because.
And we're doing this now in the 10th grade here in Norway, and
yeah, this just the whole note thing is something I have learned.
right, and we're starting Arduino in our science class here in Norway.
I've been like in
A lot of fun.
Choir for like 6 years.
Yeah, over now.
My name is Per Olaf Veres. I love teaching science. In my small school in Farsen, I believe I created Norway's first high-altitude balloon program where students routinely launch balloons to near space. This special program has motivated my students to become active learners. It's simply amazing to watch a balloon burst at 100,000 feet. My students have won numerous awards, including the 2014 Junior Water Prize and the 2014 Unge Forskere contest, where they placed second place. In addition, they won first place in the 2013 Odysseus Space Contest. Competing in science competitions has simply motivated my students in learning more about computer programming, the writing of research papers, and many other activities that stimulate active learning. We even sent up a tiny violin to over 100,000 feet in the stratosphere, and we were amazed when it started playing a tune. Video from that mission was shown in Oslo at the Oslo Concert Hall to thousands of other students, and video from our other launches was shown on television on the NRK super program Barna Ingen Adgang. I profile everything that I do on the internet, on Twitter, so that I can network with other teachers and share what I learn with my students. Our last mission to space, known as Cumulonimbus, included students from other area schools, including a high school in Flekkerby, and that was our most exciting launch. We did original research in locating the position and altitude of jet streams over Norway, and our research was in collaboration with an international global balloon event called the Global Space Balloon Challenge from Stanford University in California. We expect to send up another balloon next April in this contest. This activity has motivated my students to actively learn more physics, computer programming, and math, and to reflect on the fact that doing real science is very, very exciting. We spent many months doing data simulations, testing our balloon and equipment, and preparing for our launch. We researched the internet and discovered the latest techniques in creating video animations, as well as using the internet to see what others are doing in the world of high altitude ballooning. Our balloon project involves advanced topics in physics, including topics such as telemetry, the launch and retrieval of our balloons, and predicting where our payload will land using online real-time weather data. In addition, we test and retest our parachutes and lines and balloons at school many months prior to launch. We spend time creating our payload, testing our software. In addition, we profile what we do with the public, and in particular have a lot of fun at the Christian Sun Forskningsdagene program every year, where we have our own stand and we show the public what we are up to.
Så som flyger kan liksom säga på radion att liksom att det är ballongen som inte kraschar på den. Ja.
It's great to see other students in Norway doing similar projects, and Project Skyrise in Telemark will attempt their first balloon mission soon. We wish them luck. I learned basic programming in Arduino at the rocket base in northern Norway, and I enjoy networking with other teachers and sharing how they motivate their students in computer science. My philosophy is simple: geeks simply have more fun, and here's a video of me landing a paraglider in a course that I took in Norway. Geeks are not nerds. It's cool to be smart, and I emphasize this with my students so that they can think of themselves not as geeks, but as smart, active learners.
Good.
Imagination, innovation, and inspiration. These are important topics that I stress with my students.
Ah, yeah, we did it! Wow! We found it! Christopher, we found it!
Ska vi köra som filmen då?
Here is a small portion of a video that my students created in one of the balloon projects. The rest of the video can be seen on the internet, and I'm very proud of our work on the Odysseus project.
And a lunchbox, homemade radio tester, and a GPS, a GoPro camera, an 800-gram helium balloon, measurements, and that's the thing of everything. We sent everything to space. Our primary mission was to discover the polar density of this environment. Our secondary mission was to create a video for the hospital to film our monitors. 5,000 Norwegian students saw the pilot video. We were the first in Norway to venture the because we're a small school, we had to improvise. Save money. So we used free weights. And the balloon had to lift all the weights with our payload, our parachute, and our radar. Here are pictures from our video from our first high altitude mission, White Eagle 1.
I have started my students to research the wonderful world of e-textiles, where we actively sew and use electric thread to create interesting circuits in clothing. This is an exciting area.
Hey, we are sewing electric LED lights into this shirt, and this is how it looks.
We have started programming with the LilyPad Arduino unit, and here you can see a LilyPad which has various sensors.
I researched the internet and used the latest iPhone apps and Android apps in chemistry and physics, and especially enjoy using Nova Elements, where students can build atoms from the ground up using electrons and protons in a gaming fashion. My personal goal in the area is to start and create something called a Newton Room, where students can actively do research in a community laboratory that all schools can use.
Yes, now we're mixing water, and then we're going to be mixing sodium, which is a solid. So then our student finds sodium, pure sodium, which is Na, and she looks for sodium, and there it is. And then she's going to mix sodium with the water. Why did it explode?
Virtual dissection is another interesting area that I am exploring with my students, as you can see in this video. I enjoy basketball and get my students to use applications such as Vernier physics to actively map the trajectory of a basketball in flight. I think that's exciting, don't you? My next goal with my students is to buy a 3D printer so we can combine the world of art and science, and my students can create original 3D sculptures. In this video, I've shared with you how I have motivated my students to become active learners. It's very rewarding to work with active learners and students that are motivated, and it inspires me, especially now that we've had so much attention in the media about what we've done, to see that my students indeed are inspired and indeed enjoy what they do and become active in the learning process.
And there you see
notes, basically.
random notes, so you can see.
So and as you can see, I'm using the piano app to figure out what notes to use. And if you look closely, there's numbers here which determine the scale they are. So a G5 is the same as a G7, only that it's like 2 scales higher.
I see.
So it would sound more like a beep and more noisy. So as you see here, there's the numbers again. So it's different because it's an A and an F. But if I add an F2 here, it's going to be way darker. I will demonstrate. Wait. So let's just verify this.
Now we're verifying the math. Here we have the unit, so we're verifying it.
Let's upload.
And now we're uploading, and now it's uploading. Yes! Wow!